All right, I think we're live. Let's see here. And I'm waiting for everything to show up on YouTube. All right, there we are. Now I think we're live for sure. And hello, everyone from the International Kriegspiel Society. We have a small open Saturday game that we're playing today using the Kriegspiel 22 system. We have red versus blue. They will be fighting over St. Blaise, which is this hill here in the center of the map. It's a meeting engagement, very basic, very standard. We have some new players here, so we're not going to get too crazy. But the game is about to start. We're going to say we're starting at, let's lock this here, and let's say that we're going to start at 8 a.m. just for the heck of it. And away we go. All right. And if at any time anybody who's watching this live stream has a question, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it in the future, please feel free to post that question. Put it up on the chat and I will try to get back to you and answer, even well into the future. No problem. Okay, let's take a look here and see if players have submitted their initial marching orders, and I'm going to plot them on the map. Okay, one of the players has it in, so let's pick a color for him. Or actually, we're just going to use the color for the respective side, and we want to be able to see it. And he's going to march, gosh, all the way down to here. Okay. So we'll draw that like that. Okay, he's going to march there. Okay, let's check if the other players have their marching orders submitted. Not yet. Let's check the red team.
Oh yeah, we've got some stuff going on with red.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, looks like they're going to bump right into one another. Good old Death Strike and who's Crusader.
We'll see, Dave. We'll see. Let's take a look here. He's coming up the Moselle this way, and he wants to go to the hill. So let's draw this because we know he's doing that. And then when he gets to that little crossroad, he's branching off there, branching off this way. He's going to cross here. And do I have this right? You know what? He has the map oriented differently.
He does, but almost forgot how to count.
I think he wants to go this way. And it's like this. So, okay, so that's basically it. Okay, and let's check the next one. Portal is going to, he's just taking a straight route right up to here. Okay, that's Portal. Okay, and let's see if I have the blues. If I have their order of their route march. Still don't have it. Simeon has Simon. His name, I don't know why it's hard to pronounce. I'm not familiar with it in English.
Simeon.
Simeon. But it's not Simeon.
Yeah.
It's Simeon or something. It's pronounced a little different, I think. Let's see here. He's going straight on in like this. And he's turning on this road. Then he's coming straight down to here. Then he's going. Is that right? Yay. He wants to end up at St. Blaise. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, so he's going this way. Alright, there we have it. Alright, that's fine. Okay, and then finally, oh, look, I did it in the wrong color. We can't have that. They'll
Yeah.
fight. Colors won't get along with each other. Alright, here we go.
I have counted squares for you, so
Oh,
it looks like
beautiful.
red's going to get to the hill first.
Okay,
Mm,
and then
two.
all I need now are orders from Peter. Unless Peter is moving on the same road. Oh, that's Peter's formation. Right? No. Oh, they took the screenshot away. They deleted it. I think they're changing their mind. All right, we have to check in with them.
So it'll be, I don't want to have them too far away from me at that. So possibly 2 around Faye, 1 at Corney, and then my dragoons will be covering the eastern side of things, but quite close to some blaze. So I might even take Bruno or Orkney so that I can react to any movements
Sure.
from there. So, okay.
How's it going,
Sounds-
guys?
It's good.
All right.
You need stuff.
Yeah, I just need your route of march.
Didn't you get mine through the voice chat?
I got one for death. That one. I got one, and then
No, I deleted the last one and put in the new one.
Okay, let me take a look. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Simeon is taking a different path. Let's see here, like that. And then you're coming down here like this, and then you're going like this. Alright, that's fine. Okay, and
And
then,
I'm double marching
what's that?
till I wrote it double march till I hit Orkney.
Double march.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're not going to want to quick march your men. You're not going to want to run there. They'll get there, exhausted. It'll be a significant penalty. So just road march.
That's what we're going to ask, whether we could do a kind of a quick march for a certain period and then slow down to a regular march and they would recover the regular march, or does that not? Is it better for them?
It's the kind of thing I'll allow for like one turn, but then after that I'm going to begin applying disruption. It's not worth it. It doesn't pay. So
Okay.
I would just
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So okay, and then Peter, I need your route. Are you just headed down to Agni and then over?
There you go. So I've sent it to you now. So I will arrive at Castle Brugge with my entire force, and then I will send the 3 dragoons towards Faye, where 2 will screen Faye, and then 1 of them will go to Corney. Hopefully, in my message, that makes sense.
Okay, so I have you going through Agni to Castle Goyu. Then you have your whole force, according to your screenshot, is going down to Faye and then over to somewhere else.
I've sent you in my message. I've actually put 1st dragoons, 2nd and 3rd dragoons to Faye.
Okay, so that's 2nd and 3rd.
Could you send me the screenshot of the map you're drawing right now?
I don't believe I can actually. You can take one for yourself. and just sort of save it in paint or whatever.
Good.
Okay. All right. I believe I have your orders, gentlemen. We're going to begin. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Master.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. Final check. We ready to go?
Hell yeah.
All right. That's what I like to
I'm ready.
hear. All right, perfect. Okay, got it. All right, I'm just making notes, and I'm ready to begin. Okay, I'll be with you when contact begins. Okay. Okay, Dave, here we go. It's time to start. Now,
Okay.
the cavalry move. What's my movement rate on cavalry? I can't remember how I set it up. Cavalry moves 1.5 per 5 minutes. So cavalry gets 1.5 movement squares. So that would be Peter. So Peter, it's what, 10 squares to where? To that square.
10 squares for Peter would be here.
Okay. So he will cover that distance in what, 7.5 turns? So he'll go 1.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, maybe I counted a little bit wrong.
Well, if he would
Yeah.
be if this is 10 squares, he would be 15 in 10 turns. So that puts him right here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and go ahead and move his blocks up, please. And
Sure.
then Simeon moves 1, 2, 3. Oh, you already counted to 10 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put them there. Okay, and I have to add the supply blocks still. But yeah, they all get wagons equivalent to how many blocks, so it's a 1-to-1. So if Peter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he'll get 7 wagons.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. And there we go. Okay, so he has a train, and then let's see here. Here's copy this. Here's a train for 4 and another train for 4, and that's it. Okay. All right, we got it. That's the first 10. Okay, and let's move red their first 10.
Sure. So I did them in 4s because it looked like they were gonna get there first. So
No worries.
yeah.
8, 9, 10. That puts him at Corny, which I'm sure is not pronounced that way, but whatever. And then Fey. Okay. Now, it does not appear to me that there would be any contact between the forces at this time. So let's go a couple more. So, how many turns would it take? I think the Hussars. Well, the Hussars hold, but the Dragoons would continue on. So, 1. Do you want to go with or stay with Hussars? I need to know where Peter's gonna position his avatar.
That's
Okay,
true.
so that's 1. Okay, we know the Dragoons are doing it. 2, 3. So somewhere here around 3 is when he emerges with those Dragoons and says, "Oh my gosh, there are red guys all over." Okay, and then we'll
Okay.
put the Hussars here. So let's move everybody up 3 more squares.
Okay. 1, 2, about there, I think.
Okay. And that's where they are at the moment of contact. Now they're moving uphill and they're starting to go off-road, so reduce their movement.
Will do.
Yeah, I would take away a square.
Yeah, so I
out of-
mean, really, from the front, yeah, it was like 2.5. I've kind of, yeah, 1,
Okay.
2.
All right,
Yeah.
no problem. All right. Yeah, because now they are not on a nice even road there, going uphill. Okay, and then this one here, it's what, 3? 1, 2, 3.
I'm awfully laggy today as well again.
A little bit.
Terrible.
It's the module and the pieces. They're really sweet, but they're not perfect. But I think it's more to do with the base module, not the pieces. It's not Damon, it's the map. Okay, that's it. Let's see here. So
Well,
now,
you gotta move blue up. Gotta move blue up. Don't forget blue. 1, 2, 3.
all right, we've got to erase all of this.
Yeah.
Because this becomes okay, and then Peter's going to go to Faye with his guys. Okay, so we'll put them here. Okay, and I have to send everybody to their rooms. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll begin doing updates. Do you want to handle updates for red, and I'll handle blue? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do reds. Yeah.
Okay, you do reds, and I'll do blues. All right, got it.
Will do.
Okay, gentlemen, we are started. I have advanced all forces to the point of contact. It is time for everyone to go to their rooms, please.
If I may, I believe both of my comrades are AFK and they should be back in a couple of minutes. So that is why
Oh my
they might.
gosh. Okay.
It is. It's like a couple of minutes, I think.
That's fine. I guess they had to go to the bathroom, didn't they? All right.
I believe so. I'm gonna move to blue 3, and you can move some of them. I mean, any of them to blue 2, and we should be fine.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Should I go to Bluetooth?
Yes. Okay, Peter, if you're here, let's give you a screenshot. And I don't know what the time is. How many spaces did I move you? Let's see. We moved, what, 10, 13. That's 20.
Hello, Marshall.
Hey. 2, 3. 9:05. Okay. The time is 9:05.
Yeah.
And there is your screenshot. That's first contact. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Marshall.
You got it. Okay. Okay, Simeon?
Yep.
Okay, you are marching on the road. You do not see anything of note other than the cavalry force is moving just to the east of Agni, your cavalry force, but there's really nothing to report yet. Okay, so the cavalry have moved through. Mostly you're seeing their supply train, okay?
Yep.
Okay, nothing to report yet. You'll continue your march.
Yep.
Okay?
Hello there once
Deathstrike.
again.
Hey, it's a nice day marching along the banks of the Moselle. There is nothing going on of note. And there you have it. There's nothing to report. You're just marching. The time is 9:05 a.m.
9:05. Can you estimate where I am right now?
Oh, yes, you're at, I guess I could send you a screen, couldn't I?
That also helps. But like, did I pass Polka? Did I enter any point of reference? I would like to know where I am.
Yep, there you go.
Ah, okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Yep, there we are. All right.
Thank you.
Perfect.
9:05 once again, right?
Yep.
905, thank you.
All right, we got it. Okay, so what I have done here is I have advanced both sides to the point of contact. Now the players have to decide what they want to do with themselves. In particular, Portal and Peter have to make some decisions. Maybe they're going to send dispatches and see what happens. The game will now move in 5-minute increments from here on. Want to say hello to Achilles. Good to see ya. And Cry F. Hello to you too. Okay. Let's see here. So it's a relatively small engagement today. Their trains, their supply trains, are seem to be the biggest part of the force. I don't think supplies are leaving going to be an issue. They're just going to be liabilities for the most part. But let's see. Okay, so I have to get orders from the players. So now I'm going to go to Peter in particular. Okay, Peter.
Yes.
What are your orders, sir?
So my dragoons will face off against the infantry
Okay.
in an attempt to make them conform to me, while two of my hussars will attempt to attack the baggage train.
Okay, so you're going to deploy. Okay, you're going to deploy your dragoons here, and your goal is to attack the infantry, right? And you realize he also has artillery there.
They're there just to hold them up for a second. Do my hussars chance.
Okay, so you're gonna deploy the dragoons just to the west of Hanau and south of the woods, right?
Yes.
All 3 squadrons, correct?
Yes, correct.
Once they're deployed, do you want them to advance or hold position?
Just to hold their position in an attempt to make them hold their position.
Okay. And you're going to send word back to the hussars.
Yes.
And you want them to come help out.
To come around the south of the dragoons in the attempt to catch the baggage train. But only 2 regiments of the hussars. I'll keep 2 regiments.
Okay, so 2 squadrons will come around
2
to the
squadrons,
south.
sorry.
Your objective is the bags. So yeah, we're not going to fight the enemy. We're just going to steal his underwear. All right, that's fine. Kind of weird, Peter, but all right.
I'll stay with the dragoons. I'll stay with the dragoons to be able to pull them out of a position if they need to.
Perfect. No, those are satisfactory orders. I just have to figure out how quickly that courier gets back to the dragoons, the hussars. I think it's in 5 minutes. It's instant. So,
Okay.
Quick question, Marshall. What's the time currently?
9:05 a.m.
9:05. Okay.
Yep, 9:05 a.m. I've updated on the chart at the top. Okay. All right, Peter, I got your orders. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, Simeon, just checking in. I don't know if there's any reason to change your orders. Do you have any changes of orders, or just continue the march?
No. I
Okay.
see nothing. I continue the march.
Perfect. That's the correct response. Thank you, Simeon. Simeon. Simeon.
Simeon.
I want to
In
get it right.
pronounce Simeon, but
Simeon. Okay.
Simeon. Yeah.
Perfect. That's actually easier. Simeon. All right. Thank you.
I
Okay, Death Strike. I'm just checking in to see if there's any changes to your orders.
Marching towards Ausch, just south of. I mean, just say west of someplace.
Yeah,
That wasn't clear.
yeah. I have your route of march and everything, so you're just continuing the march. Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Death Strike just sent 2 dispatches, but it's really just, hey, I'm here. I'm passing through Agni. It's not really not a fan of some of these. It's one of these things where the players are just kind of doing something to do it. But I also understand they do want to keep their superiors informed. Okay. Let's see. I want actually a couple of these. So let's see here. Simeon will send. No, it's Death. Death is sending him out. Death Strike. Okay, and he is. Okay, so this is Courier to Peter, and this is to Simeon. Okay, and the messages are. Copy. Put the message there, and then when this arrives, I just copy paste the message. Copy, and there we go. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so in 5 minutes, that's gonna get. Oh gosh, he's probably, yeah. We're gonna probably presume he's gonna take the road this way, and he'll take the road this way, and I even give him a little bit more. Maybe they cut the corner. I don't know, but we'll just say they're there. Okay.
Keep off the grass.
Keep off the grass. Yep. Okay. All right. All right. Are we ready to process the turn?
I would think so.
Okay. So let's start with Peter. Peter wants to
Mhm.
deploy his dragoons right here. They're not going to advance, but he wants to deploy them in line. His hope is to kind of slow down Red by making a display. Okay. A courier arrives back at the Hussars saying, hey, come around my left and threaten the supply train, steal their underwear. Well, those are my words, not his. But, more or less that's what he wants to do. What does Portal want to do?
So Portal is having the front 2 blocks of infantry continue up the hill.
Okay.
So they can do that. He is having the 5th deploy to try and protect his artillery that is also setting up.
Okay.
And he's also asked his militia to set up as well to guard the flank of the supply wagons which are moving forward
Okay.
up the hill.
So, if you have to change their state, do you know how to do that?
I know how to change their state, yeah. So
You flip them over and click the L form line.
all right. Okay. Ah, interesting.
You want to do the other two? Oh, you have them. They're done. Okay. What about these 12-pounders?
They're deploying to
They're
basically
unlimbering.
fire.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah,
And does the supply train move up?
it does move up. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
perfect. Okay, so that happens there. And they're a little out of range of each other, like they're at extreme range. I don't think I would throw dice at that.
sure.
So, and then remember that the light infantry company grants a +1 die roll modifier in combat. Okay,
I
everybody
don't think
else just moves up
I don't
by.
think it's giving me the option to change the states of the blocks. You know.
It's not
No.
weird. That is so weird. And you're promoted in everything. And you can move the pieces. I don't know. Something must be broken. We'll have to talk to Damon if it's broken.
Maybe it's just me.
No, Dave, sometimes it's not you. Sometimes you're doing a great job and it's broken. Sometimes it's the world, not you.
Sure. So I'll move Crusader on.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, okay. There we go. Okay. And Achilles says Peter maybe should have sent a message to the other commanders to inform them of his contact. I agree. Although the noise of battle will shortly inform the other commanders. But yes, he probably should have sent a little dispatch there. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, then the time is now 9:10 a.m. and it's time to give reports. So I'm going to give Peter his report.
Do you want to change the state of these two? It's technically in line.
Oh,
With
these two?
these guys.
Oh,
Yeah, because
I thought they were.
I can do it.
There we go.
Okay.
And that company, where that skirmish company block is stuck. Where is it? Where did it go?
That fell through the table.
Oh, there it
Oh, there it
is.
is.
All right, and if you need to tweak that, no problem. I just park it like that. That just tells me. Or actually, you could even put it out front if
The
you want.
front.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And it just depends on whether he wants to push in or not. Okay. Perfect. Got it. Thanks.
No worries.
Okay, I'm going to give blue updates.
Will do.
Okay, Peter. Hey, there's Peter's dispatches. There are his he's got them. He wrote them just now. Okay. All right. Peter.
Hi, Marshal.
All right. We were lamenting that you did not send dispatches, but here we are wrong. And you're sending them during umpire time when you're supposed to. You're doing everything right, Peter.
Oh, God. I'm
It's,
going to sip, have 2 cups of tea sips.
oh boy.
2 sips of my cup of tea. Hold on. You'll even hear it. Oh,
It's like you know what you're doing. Okay, so the enemy is deploying in line to your front. One of them has some skirmishers out. The rest of his column seems to be trying to hustle up the side of the hill
okay.
with the infantry screening it. Okay? The dispatch to the hussars has been sent. You can expect they will be approaching any minute now. Okay?
Okay. Very good.
All right. I'll be back for any orders. Okay. Simeon?
Simeon.
Simeon. Excellent. Yes, always correct me until I get it right. I'm sorry you have to do that, but it's important to get it right. Here is your update. The time is now 9:10 a.m. You are in the town of Ogni and turning on the road towards St. Blaise. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Still
Death
Hell,
strike. Let's see here. And let's do that. And you are. I have to go to your chat. There you go. The time is 9:10, and you continue your march.
right. I did write a message regarding my commander. I would like to ride ahead of my column
Okay.
towards that area indicated by the red circle to see any action. Of course, safety is just like scouting me personally to see what to expect. I expect the infantry to follow me towards Ausch, and that is about it. Besides the 2 dispatches.
Okay. All right. Very well. Got it.
Thank you kindly.
You got it. Okay. Okay, Peter. Any changes in orders?
I'll still have those 2 elements of cavalry to flank the southern flank of the enemy at the moment. With the dragoons, because I'm in direct, I want to kind of bait the infantry, so I want to stay outside effective musket fire if I can. So if we need to ride back a little bit, we'll ride back a little bit effectively. And then I want to send an order to my other Hussars to travel to the north of Bois de la Goulette and hold hidden on the north side of the Bois de Goulette on the southern hill.
You might
To
want to
wait.
draw that for me.
I
But
do.
I
Yeah.
think I got it. Yeah, just draw it for me and post it, and we're good. Okay?
Okay. I'll draw it in orange.
All right. No worries. Perfect. Thanks, Peter.
Cheers, Marshall.
Okay, Zimian,
Yeah.
I am checking in to see if you have any changes in orders.
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I just.
Hello there once again.
And I'm just checking in. You're gonna ride ahead to that position indicated on the map. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. All right. Zimian,
Yeah.
did you have a question?
I just wrote 2 messages.
Okay, yes, I'll make sure they go out.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so Peter's messages have to go out. He also has a courier going back to his hussars. So Peter's a very busy fellow. So here's going to be the courier back to the hussars. It's going to get there in 5 minutes. Let's see, and I also need to copy. Okay, so this would be courier to death. Okay, and this one here is going to be courier to Zimian. Okay, and let's get those messages from him and paste them in here. Okay, to Zimian. Okay, and to death. Trying to copy paste it without it being too messed up. And there, okay, and now these couriers were sent at last turn, so we're going to assume they're going to take this path more or less. Okay? Alright. Okay, I have Peter's dispatch. It's pretty much the same. Very close to what I wrote, but let's just draw it. He wants these guys to come here. Alright, there we are. Have it. Okay, not bad. Okay, Dave, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, I
You
also
Peter first?
have, hang on, Zimian sent dispatches as well. Oh, I see that. Okay. Mm,
Messages flying everywhere.
yeah, it's one of the things that gets on my nerves a little, just because I'm busy moving mail when the mail doesn't have much to say. But I know they want to keep each other informed, you know? They want to soothe that anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so Peter wants these hussars to start moving around to the south. So we'll give them that movement there. Okay, so that's the hussars on the move. Oh, and then the other ones are ordered, but the courier will only be arriving at the end of the turn. So let's see here. So that's Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what about Red? What does Red want to do? And then Peter's orders are to give ground if pressed. So,
Well, they're not going to press.
okay.
Okay. Then, but there we go. Did that work?
No, you want it to unlimber?
Yeah.
Okay, it should be unlimbered now. Oh, no, hang on.
No.
Maybe it did work
Yeah.
for you. There you go. Huh.
No, that's not working.
Why
Never
is
mind.
it broken? Oh, you have to hit U, unlimber.
Ah, I
Alright.
see.
Okay, so now they're unlimbered.
Yep.
Okay.
And then he wants this infantry to come and protect the
Okay.
Oh, come on. Very laggy.
Yeah. Okay, so they're going to go like that, and then are they going to move into line? Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
That's better. Now it's working for me. Right.
Perfect. Okay.
I haven't faced the right way though.
Yeah. All right, that's that. And then up here, Zimian will move another 5 minutes, as will my other fellow. Death will move another 5. Just going to drop those there. And he actually wants to ride ahead. Another one of my pet peeves, leaving your command behind, but it's a matter of some contention. Let's see here. So we'll give him out to here. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to erase all of this, so we know what the orders are so that we can do the screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and have you moved Crusader yet, or you're going to do it now?
I have not. We'll
Okay.
just go to there.
Okay, perfect.
Do.
Okay, Zumian has, let's see.
I have a quick question. When you gave red points, is that when we had that other guy that unfortunately couldn't make it? Because I think maybe red might get a little bit outgunned. You don't think?
I don't know. We'll see. Blue. I think it's more balanced than it looks, than it feels.
Just because of all that cavalry?
Yeah, all of that cavalry. That cavalry isn't going to be, not going to be that effective. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's okay if it's an imbalanced asymmetrical scenario, as long as it's interesting. And it'll be interesting to see the choices the commanders make. And sometimes the right choice is to say, all right, we're out of here. We're going to pull back. And that's okay too. And you can win the scenario by saying, you know what, we're going to preserve our force. We're going to pull back. Because it's just suicide to sit here. And I would count that as a point, I'd give them credit for that. But
now,
I don't know
do you
if that...
think? Sorry. Do you think these 12-pounders would have fired this turn, or no?
It's up to you. If you think their movement was short enough where they've been unlimbering for
Yeah.
a turn,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I would say they fire.
Okay, so 12 pounders fire with the unopposed arty die, and you know what? I don't think do. I have it on here, and they have they have +1 to that die roll because they're 12 pounders, bigger guns, bigger cannonballs, and here they are shooting at bigger targets. So go ahead and open up. So grab the unopposed arty die. Do you know which one that is? It's the black one.
It's the black one. Okay.
It's the black one, and just
Mm.
roll it and give it a +1 DRM. Pick a
Okay.
target.
Well, we're just going to shoot the middle one.
Okay.
Oh.
7.
That's an 8.
And then it becomes an 8. Okay, and he routes. Okay, so I actually need to update this a little bit, but he routes. Okay, so let me get a marker. Let's see here. We're going to copy that. Okay, and then we apply that consequence. He's routed. And then he is going to, it's 800 paces. So we're going to move him back here. Wow, okay, those 12-pound guns. Okay. There we have it. Anything else?
No, that's it for me, I think.
Okay. Achilles asks if there's a limited number of couriers or junior officers for that purpose. Sometimes we do that. I haven't done it here. It's such a small battle, I don't think I really need to limit them. But we'll see. We'll see. It could be a mistake on my part not to do so. Okay. Let's give our reports. It's now 9:15. Okay.
Right. Okay. Let's. Do that.
Okay, Peter. Let's see here. We have 2 more dispatches from you, so I need to deal those. Copy. Paste. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, and then here. Copy. Paste. Alright, there we go. We got those. Alright, those will be going out as well. Put them right there on the road. Okay, gotta go to Peter. Alright, Peter.
Hello, Marshall.
Hey, those 12-pound guns opened up on your center Dragoon unit and hit with terrible effect.
Okay.
He got an 8. So they were routed. They retreated 800 paces to the rear to get away from it. And they will begin to recover from back there. It's going to take a while for them to sort themselves back out.
Okay. In that case, no musket fire between the two of us.
No, you're a little out of range by maybe 100, 150, 200 paces tops.
Okay. I feel like I want to stay in the pocket for at least another 5 minutes there. So
Okay. All right.
I will-
You know those
so
12
that-
pounders are going to keep chewing at you.
Yeah. I think it's worth it keeping the artillery here for 5 more. One more turn. I will also still have the hussars moving out the flank to make it look like I'm doing something decent on this side. So everything will stay as it is for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll do. All right. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, I need to give Simeon an update. Zimian. Okay. Okay. And Death gets his update. Okay, so they've got those. Check in with them. Hello. Okay. Zimian, you have received your update. You continue to march towards your objective.
Yeah. So nothing happens.
Nothing happening yet. You
We
do
follow.
hear in the distance what sounds like it could be thunder or artillery fire, but then it stops. Like you heard, what was that? I don't know. Nobody's sure, but some people think they heard something. So
North, south.
to the south.
Okay.
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 All right. Okay. It's removed. Okay. Okay,
Hello
Death.
there.
You continue to ride south. You still do not yet see anything.
I can perfectly see that. All right. Just to be sure, my troops will follow the road on the eastern side of this town towards Ausch, not the railroad. The road.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. No problem. The railroad's counting as a road, by the way.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yep. Yep.
do not
Okay.
take that main road. Thank you.
Okay, you got it. All right. Okay, Peter, one last question. If the enemy should advance, what do you want to do if they should advance? I don't know what they're going to do, but what do you want to do if they do?
Yeah, no, definitely stay out of range of
Okay.
musket fire. So
Understood. Okay.
yeah, just the artillery can handle the main muskets.
Okay.
Thanks, Marshal.
You got it. Okay. Peter wants to stay out of the range if you guys should advance. Otherwise, he wants to stay where he's at.
They are, well, yeah, the infantry is advancing.
Okay, so they're going to advance at least a few hundred paces.
Sure.
And they will then fall back to stay out of range, which puts them right about there. Now, that artillery should get one crack at him, though.
Yeah, we'll say Achilles made a good point in the chat because he said that maybe that middle block probably didn't have line of sight. So instead of shooting the top one, we'll shoot the bottom one. Just, yeah, because they probably have line of sight.
Well, that would be reversing a Marshall Neal decision, and we can't do that. So,
I'm not saying reversing it, but I mean,
but we can he. In your estimation, does that 12-pound gun get a shot this turn as this advance begins? Or do you think they're almost immediately massed between terrain and the advance of the infantry?
well, I think, by the time the infantry got going, the artillery would be able to get off another shot before these guys blocked their sight.
All right, that's my thinking as well, so we'll want to roll
Yeah.
that when you get to it.
Let's do it now.
Okay. 5,
That's
and
a
it's
5.
+1.
1. Let's just 6. 1. D
And-
retreats.
Okay, so that's on firing what? First Dragoon?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 400 paces. And I think he takes a disruption, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check my own rules that I wrote. 1 disruption, no loss. Okay. I also have to apply a loss to the other units, so let's copy that. We need to apply a loss to this guy. Okay, and then we need to apply a disruption token. Copy here. Okay. And disruption basically means a -1, but it's temporary. It can be recovered, whereas a hit means -1 permanent. -1 permanent DRM. Okay, and then the Hussars will come around here and they'll check in with Peter. What do you want us to do? And Peter can give them an order. It'd still take them a while to cover that ground. Okay, these Hussars will move up to here. I don't know what they're supposed to do when they're there. These couriers will head out. This courier will almost arrive to Peter. This courier will arrive to Simeon. Okay. There we are, more or less. Okay, and then this courier will continue making their way. These two will continue here. They'll run up against the end of that column. Okay, so now we deliver this message to Simeon. $920. Delete that. The only problem with that is he's going to want to reply. There we go.
They always want to reply. Oof.
Yeah. All right. Well, sometimes you have to. You're supposed to, but see here, death will move up. But yeah, I hate doing mail. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to give him one more turn in the dark here. And then next turn he'll get his payoff. $920. All right. All right, that's it.
I believe so.
I will give reports, or I'm actually already pasting screenshots. So go ahead and do the screenshots and get their orders.
Will do.
Okay, let's see here. Peter, let me.
Yes.
Okay. The enemy advances, and his guns fired on your other dragoon and caused them to retreat but not rout. They did take some disruption is all, but they also fell back. Your third dragoons is masked by the terrain, and now they're protected by the enemy infantry, who is passed in front of the 12-pounders anyway. So those 12-pounders are out of action. Your Hussars pass you by, and you have an opportunity to give them a quick verbal order if you wish.
Okay, so I want them to avoid contact with that infantry and go round the back of the infantry and see if they can attack the baggage train or the
Excellent.
artillery. Make
Okay.
make the infantry turn. Yeah, just cause trouble in the rear, basically.
All right. They will proceed to do so. They salute and continue on their way. All right.
And then for the dragoons, again, I will just avoid contact with whatever dragoons I have available to me now. Just keep drawing them on.
Okay, we'll continue to back up. Okay.
Yeah.
No
Thanks a lot.
problem. No problem. Your guys should recover soon.
Much
Okay.
appreciated, Michael. Good stuff.
Yes.
I'm literally there on horseback now. I'm feeling it.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Who is this courier to? To Peter and Simeon. All right. And we'll copy that.
I will start to slow down these dispatches since I think it's a little bit unrealistic to be sending one
Yeah,
dispatch.
Dave and I have already complained about the volume of mail.
Yeah,
It's not
you'll get
just
less
you.
from me now.
Everyone's sending Christmas cards. You know.
Free
Yeah.
goose.
Yeah. Okay, and
No,
you have a dispatch that will be arriving, and it's just from Simeon saying he's approaching the town of Ogni at 9:05 or whatever. It's a little dated, obviously. Okay?
Yes. It's all good. Thanks, Marshall.
Okay, no problem. All right. Okay, Simeon.
Yeah.
Any changes in orders or anything? You continue to march. Your men do not hear anything at this moment.
I continue to march.
Okay, very well. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hello. Okay, still nothing. But you're about to come out of the town, and you'll have a little bit better view when you exit the town.
I cannot wait.
All right.
Actually, just a quick question regarding my. I'm writing my dispatches right now. Do they go out at 9:20?
Yes, the time is 9:20.
Okay,
You
thank you.
don't have to send dispatches every turn. I'll say that.
I'm not.
And yeah, your commander in chief knows that you are moving to the objective. So you know.
Just making sure, and also I have nothing else to do, so I'm writing letters right now.
I know, but that slows us down as umpires. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blue dispatches on the map right now in motion.
I understand.
So it's a bit much. So it's
All right,
okay.
all right, all right.
It's okay. No worries. All right, you'll be getting news shortly. It'll be a few more turns, but you'll be getting mail, okay?
All right.
All right. Okay, here
Thank
we
you
go.
for your time.
You got it. No worries. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And let's draw what the orders are going to be. It's going to be like that. Okay, and like that. A little squiggly line from me means it's like a retreat or a withdraw. Really, squiggly means retreat for me. I should just draw a straight line, but whatever. Yeah, they love sending that mail. It's because they're bored. They have to deal with the downtime. Let's see here. Theodore Johnson's here. Hello. There you go. I'm glad you're here. You don't have to know the rules, Theodore. I'll say that. All you have to do is know the basics of Napoleonic combat and give the orders that you would give if you're an officer in the field. We simulate the subordinate levels of command for you, and your commanders behave logically. They act in accord with the situation. So if you say, go attack, you don't have to order them to go into line formation or anything special. They'll just do what they're ordered to do. So, yeah. What I would encourage you to do, Theodore, is subscribe to the Discord. Get into the Discord and get into a game. Every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time, we have these games, and they're a lot of fun. We also use different systems to resolve things. This is a particular system we're using here, the Kriegspiel 2022 system. Other people prefer to use different systems to resolve their battles and such. That's fine. You as a player don't have to worry about any of that. So the umpires handle all that for you. We actually don't want you to know the rules. It's kind of a running joke, but it's true. We don't want players to know the rules because it's not about gaming the system of play by mastering the rules as it is with most war games. It's actually about doing the right thing with limited information. So, glad you're here.
I'm back.
And Achilles, good point on the line of sight, but yes, love that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so Peter wants to just keep backing up, but he does want his hussars to move around. No, they're not going to be able to move through there. Look at those cuts. They're going to have to take that road, I think, instead. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Their orders are generally to get to the enemy rear and harass. So they're going to whatever. Okay. And the dragoons are supposed to continue to back up to avoid being fired on. They don't want to get shot at.
Yeah. So obviously these guys will be continuing their orders that they got last turn, because I don't think a courier from Port would reach, because he wants them to come back. And I don't think they're gonna get there in time for them to keep marching, right?
Yeah.
So we'll move them on.
I'll move at least another turn like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to learn. This is something that I complained about this last week, is players getting too far away from their units and being unable to command them, splitting things up and riding ahead on their own to scout like it's Jackson at Chancellorsville, which is a great way to get your arm shot right. But the thing is, Jackson wasn't necessarily expecting hostile enemy contact. Whereas these guys should be expecting hostile enemy contact. What are they doing? Anyway, okay. All right, so that's all that. We're going to move everything else. Lots of couriers. Oh, where was that? That was right there. I need to move them to about here. Okay, and then he's going to move right here, and he'll see the supply train down there. Okay. And he's going to send a dispatch because he's excited. I spotted the enemy. And he's the last person to spot the enemy. Let's see here. Okay.
These guys go this way.
Gonna let him go cross country to there. Alright, all that's moved. Okay, I'll remove disruption here. The disruption comes off cavalry way too fast. I'm going to have to make a decision on how to handle that in the future. It's a hole in the system. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give reports.
Me too. Right. Okay. Let's give them that.
Okay, let's see. The time is now, what, 20? 9:20 or 9:25? Okay, time is now 9:25. And I need to go to Peter and give him his 9:25. And there we are. Okay. And Peter, I'm here if I'll wait a couple minutes. I do screens for others. Okay. Okay, I'll come back around, Peter. No rush. Okay, Zimian.
Yeah.
Okay. You continue to march towards your objective. You see that there are friendly hussars to your south. You see that there is a courier riding to you from the south. He has not yet arrived. And you see on the hill, the southern hill, not St. Blaise, but the southern hill, you see men on horses, just a few. You see a few men on horses on the top of that hill. You do not
Can I
know.
make out the
No,
Can I make out the uniforms?
no, they're way too far away. You can barely tell that there's people there. Okay, but you know that there's clearly men on horses out there. Okay, but the distance is too great to see any details. Okay, I'll be back
Yeah.
in a few minutes for any orders. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You emerge from the town. You look to the south and you see what appears to be the tail end of a supply column moving up towards the objective. It is
All right.
likely to be an enemy column just based on the direction of march and all that.
That is 4 enemy supply wagons, right?
Well, that's what you can see, but then there's probably more
Okay,
than
okay,
that.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be
Yeah.
clear about that. All right. My orders. Let's see. I would like to send back a messenger and ask my troops to move, not towards Ausch, but to take a valley track. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that.
Okay. Yeah. Draw it out and send it to me
All
on
right.
the screen. Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Hello, Peter.
Hiya.
Okay, while you were gone, all your forces were completely destroyed, and the game is over. Thanks for playing.
Let me make another cup of tea, or yes.
No, the infantry continued to advance. Your units just backed up.
Yeah.
Your first Dragoon squadron has recovered. The second Dragoon squadron is nearly fully recovered and should be effective to command on the next turn. So you have your guys back.
Okay. The infantry's still advancing on me.
Yes, as of right now, yes, they sure are. Your
Okay.
hussars, by the way, have gone south. They couldn't
Yeah.
get through those cuts. You see how those roads are all cut up down there?
Yeah.
They had to go on the road, but they are on the move, so they continue to move away from you on their mission.
That might be the last time I see him, but that's fine.
Yep. Okay.
Very good, Marshal.
Yep.
Cheers.
Any orders? Any changes to orders?
None at the moment. No, but that's fine.
Okay, we'll continue with current orders. You got it. Thanks, Peter.
Marshal, 1 second.
Go ahead.
The 12 pounders, how far do they shoot?
Probably at least a couple two squares. I think I can't remember. Let
Two
me
squares?
take a. Where's the ruler? It's on the Kriegspiel ruler too, I believe. I don't
Oh, yeah.
remember.
There you go. Use the Greek
Okay,
ruler.
yeah, okay. Let's have a look.
6 and 7, 10 and 12. Oh, it doesn't say. It says small canister, large, elevation, random. So it looks like 3 squares.
Three
3 squares,
squares.
but that's, you know, uh, yeah, 3 squares.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. It says one. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's just the flip side of the ruler. Yeah, 3 squares.
3 squares.
Yep. And then outside of that, it says random, and I'd rather just not bother. So theoretically, they could fire. And in actuality, all these weapons could fire remarkably far, but not with any kind of accuracy. You know, people would be surprised at how far they would shoot, but your odds of hitting anything were virtually nil.
He's gone, Marshal.
Yeah, okay. He's dead, Jim. No worries. All right.
Oh, cheers, Marshal.
Yep, you got
Catch
it.
you later.
Okay. All right. Death would like to deploy the infantry there. Okay, so he wants to come around. The best laid plans of mice and men, or in this case, Kriegspiel commanders. Let's see here. All right, they're going to come up like this, and he wants to come up there. He can wish it, but the plans will surely change before he gets here. He's doing fine. Let's straighten these out. Okay. And let's double check Simeon. I'm not even picking up the mail from these guys. Let's see here. Let's move that in. I'm going to have to move all this mail in a minute. Okay, he's going to be holding there. He will... Well, no, they don't have orders to move that train, do they? So the train will hold. I think what we'll do is we'll bunch it up. Because they're not going to want to be in that cut, I'll tell you that. Okay, let's move. Okay, courier to Peter. Let's go ahead and deliver it. Okay, so to Peter. Control C and Control V. That didn't work.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'm just delivering mail now. So much. They have 9 couriers out. and more.
Lovely. Well, I
yeah.
mean, these guys are ordering pieces every turn. Like, oh, do this, do that. And it's just like you do realize that it does take a while for the orders to get there. It's not instantaneous.
Yes. Yeah. This one's to Simeon. I think I'll deliver it as well. Okay, we'll move that off. We'll deliver this one. And the sad part is, once the dispatch arrives, it's hopelessly outdated information.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to the guys about that from the. I'm gonna have to talk to Mike and Jim or James about that and see how they handle that. I know what they have told me previously is they limit everyone to 2 couriers at a time. You just have 2 aides. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, that might just be the easy way to do it, and then it's kind of organic. I don't even want to deliver this message from Simeon because it's just I'm approaching Agni. It's a waste. Let's see here. Okay, so there's that. Okay, but now I have new messages. Oh, Peter tagged me. Oh no. To Simeon. Posted in the wrong chat.
You probably need to go forward just a little bit more.
That was already delivered. All right, we're good. Okay, I think that's the mail, although I have to look. Do I have new outbounds? Yes, I do. I have a couple new outbounds. So,
What may probably be there. Yeah, that makes better sense.
all right, yeah, so people want to know why the turns take so long. This is why.
There's only 2 of us, and there's 5 players.
Yep. Okay. And I think Peter sent more, and Peter's dispatches are pretty important. So let me check.
No, we're just going to only be able to do the default dance, okay?
Okay, that got delivered.
Is Peter's cavalry doing anything? Or
They're going to hold. So
right.
the orders are to back up if pressed, otherwise they're going to hold.
Well, these guys are heading back.
Okay, oh, I have to move the hustlers. I haven't moved them either. Alright.
Back up.
It's going to be interesting to see because you have these cuts here in the hill. The hustlers are going to have to navigate that. Okay, and did you want these infantry in column, or are they still in line, or what?
I think they should probably still stay in line. I mean, they have cavalry to their front, and getting into column is just probably asking for it. Yeah, they're not going to give their back to the enemy and form column. That'd be silly.
Okay, they also have squares, just so you know. We can mark them as squares. Okay. All right. I think I'm happy with everything. We'll have some interesting reports this turn.
I had that song stuck in my head for like a year, or maybe like 2
All right, I'm ready to give reports when you are.
Yep, I'm all good.
All right, here we go. (9:30) turn. Okay.
Oh no! Don't. I know I sabotaged your friend by throwing them off, but I'm pretty sure that's true default. Oh no, it wasn't. I don't know. We're acting like we're not, and we're gonna see what they do.
Okay, Peter.
Yes, I'm here.
The infantry begin backing away from you, but they are careful not to turn their backs to you. The hussars have
Okay.
disappeared out of view.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I'll be back for any orders.
Excellent.
Okay. Simeon, you see from your report that the enemy are present on or very near the objective of St. Blaise. Okay, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm here.
I'll be back for some orders if you have any new orders in just a moment.
Now come back because last time you didn't came.
Oh, okay, well, I'll come back. All right.
Hello there.
Hey, okay, the wagons have moved off out of view. Your infantry are coming up behind you. They've received your new orders and will be implementing them directly. Okay,
All right.
I'll be back for any
Did
new
you see
orders
that?
in a
I
moment.
wanted to move. Okay.
Yeah, I see that you wanted to move up that hill and deploy them in like a, I think it was a double line even.
Yes.
Yep, okay. Yeah, I got that. Okay.
Also, and I personally would like to move towards what's that? Lazare?
Perfect.
That
Perfect.
like I wanted to do that at 9:25.
Okay. All right, then I'll start you on the move. Okay, no problem. All right. Thank you.
Just like a quick question. That was so I stood still for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you had one turn. I've already moved you halfway to Lazare. And then on this next turn I'll move you again. Okay?
Sure. Okay.
Okay? So it didn't cost you anything. You'll be caught up on the next turn. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
It's just the report and the point of view. That was the thing I was asking about.
Well, from your new position where I placed you, you still don't really see anything yet. In fact, part of the problem is there is a cut in the road, and you can probably see that you're going to have to ride around to get to Lazare. You won't be able to just cut across where they cut the road out. It's like a deep ditch or whatever, if you understand. You know, the hillside is cut away.
Sure, I'll trust you on this. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a standard complication. Okay. It's nothing unusual. Okay.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, Peter.
Yes. Okay.
What do you want to do with this situation? Oh, your dragoons are back. You have command of all your dragoons now.
Right. So the dragoons are still to face off against this infantry to make sure that they can't retire from us unmolested, but again stay outside musket range. I'm going to send the guy that sent the courier that sent my message back to me to now go and find those down the south. I'll write a little. I'll do a little picture for you as regards to what I want them to do.
Okay.
So
the hussars are on the move. They've moved out of view, obviously.
yeah, so I've given that courier a bum job basically, but that's for him to do, and so the dragoons are going to continue to do what they have been doing, and I'm going to now move to the hussars that I have in the sector.
In
The
the north.
yeah, on the north of the forest that we're next
Okay.
to.
Yeah, they're hanging out there. Okay, so do you want the dragoons to advance?
Yeah, keep the same kind of distance, so not
Okay.
to get into a firing match, but just to keep them honest.
Okay, got it.
Thanks.
All right, perfect. Okay.
Small steps purple, up to blue, and finally do white.
Zimian, what orders would you like to give?
My orders?
Yes.
Yes, what enemies do I exactly see? Just cannons?
Yes, you see artillery.
Okay. Then I will take in battle formation and get my artillery as well. Do I see just artillery?
Yeah, but it looks like it's the head of a column, so there's probably a much larger force.
Okay, then I'm taking battle station.
Okay, so you're going to deploy into line.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want your artillery in the line? You have 1 battalion of infantry and 1 battalion and 2 batteries of guns. Where do you want them?
Let me just send you
Okay, perfect.
a screenshot.
That's perfect. I love that. That way there's no confusion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zimian, I'm going to head out. Post the screenshot and I'll implement the orders as per your picture.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick look at the YouTube. Let's see here. Can the players see this board? No, they cannot see the board. This is the master umpire map. Yeah, they can only see what we give them. Yep. And Emperor Adventure, D&D actual play. That's great. Good to see you here. And Radtad, thank you. Yes, it is awesome. I hope you folks are all able to join up and play, even if not now, soon. Okay, let's go ahead and establish Zimian's forces, or at least his orders. This is basically what he wants, so... Alright, that's fine, I have that. That's about as far as they're going to get, though. Okay, so... Okay. Okay, Dave.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, so I have, let's see, I have Peter in the south. He wants his dragoons to kind of maintain contact with those infantry and continue to threaten them and keep them moving slow.
Okie dokie.
But to stay out of range, so obviously they don't want to commit.
Well, these guys are just pacing themselves backwards.
Okay.
In line still.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, that's a tough day for them. It's physically demanding. The Hussars have arrived down here in the south, but they're trying to figure out how are we going to get up that hill. And
Very precariously.
they're wondering if they should continue to go further around or not. They don't know.
Well, let's think about it. So what? You got each square is what, 400 paces. So
Yeah, they can cover
go
1.5 at the trot, and they could charge up this distance, but you see the interrupted terrain here, and
yeah,
here, and here.
yeah,
I would not be keen to ride up that real fast in a horse.
no.
And then I would wonder, well, can I get around to the left? But I'm not going to march the whole squadron around when I could send a scout to go do that. So maybe they hold here for 1 or 2 turns, send that scout around and get a report back to see what happens.
That seems reasonable. It gives me just enough time to tell them that the
Yeah.
hussars have moved from Faye and are heading over.
Yeah. All right. So we'll put a scout out to check that
Yeah.
out. Okay. Peter is riding to his other hussars in the north,
Yep.
and Simeon is deploying.
Okay.
Simeon is deploying.
So I'll move the infantry down here back first.
Okay. Perfect.
So they're just doing their thing, and then we get the 12-pounders coming around just to the top of the hill.
Okay.
So they're not set up yet. We've got the 4th Brigade moving forward, and it wants to fire on those hussars. And then we have the 6-pounders wanting to set up here. He wants these guys to come out and form square.
Okay. So if you're those Azars, do you attack or do you fall back?
So let's do the narrative. I mean, if they were were they ordered to attack?
No, they're ordered to, hold there.
Hold there.
Yeah.
So as soon as they probably get a few pot shots from these guys, they'd fall back.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll move them just back out of range there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so like the skirmishers, just move forward and then shoot them off.
Perfect. Okay.
And then these guys are ordered to come up here. And the suppliers are doing their thing.
All right, let's move this up here.
And these suppliers will happily just get to the top of that hill. Oh.
Okay, let's move our couriers.
Alas, I have no couriers to give.
Nice.
Oh, whoops! I may have erased your lines too.
That's okay. I know what they are.
Now, he's got. Come on. Square. Form square.
Okay, let's go to Simeon and deliver the mail. Okay, so all of that's done. I'm ready to give reports.
I'm ready to.
Okay, good luck. Copy.
Wait, do you already have it? Oh, that's just my friend. I did. What's happening?
Okay. I'll put them out here. Actually,
He can't join their party.
this unit should go that way. Okay. And there we have it. Okay, and now what can he see? Can see that. Okay.
Can't.
All right, now to the players. Okay, Peter.
Yes, Marshal.
Okay, hey, cheers. Okay, so you see your hussars are not quite in the position you expected them to be in. They're a little further back.
Okay.
Couriers are out, but you're riding towards them. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Thank you.
You got it? Zimian, you see that the enemy is forming up. Your units are also forming up.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be back in a moment for any orders if you have them. Okay.
Hello there.
Hey, Death Strike. Okay, so you've made it around the cut. You're almost to Lazares. Your infantry are continuing on the path that you set for them. Now you have a better view of the hilltop at St. Blaise, and you are observing that the enemy is clearly present on top of the hill.
Okay. Do I know for a fact that these are the infantry and like this is the column I have spotted before?
No, you don't know. Yeah, I can't tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, could I decipher if that's the same thing or not?
Yeah,
That's
no, you
that
didn't
was my
see any
question.
particular
Okay.
identifiers like flags or anything that would tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a presence. Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
Well, of course, I don't want to have my infantry to the south. Let's form the same line, more towards Saint Blaise, and I would like to move further up towards that tiny building to the east, so that I may see something.
Okay,
Like
so,
that.
so
That's higher elevation.
okay, so you want to move to Lazare, right?
Me personally, yes.
And what do you want to do with your infantry? You want them to form up?
Uh, yes, as I have indicated. However, I'm gonna draw a new set of lines so that you can see.
Perfect. All right, send that to me and I'll implement the order.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of those red positions, more towards Saint Blaise, like the ship,
Okay,
like basically just rotate that line to look at Saint
I see
Blaise.
it. Okay, we'll do so. Okay,
I believe that is it. Thank you. Uh,
perfect.
no messages so far.
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
Okay.
Okay,
Gotcha. That's it.
all right, you got it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, any changes to your orders or continue forming up?
2 black blocks down to the artillery.
I didn't quite hear. What did you ask? What the black blocks are on the enemy side?
Yeah.
Those are infantry in square formation. They're afraid of being attacked by cavalry.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's
I will send you a screenshot again.
you what?
I will send you a screenshot again.
Perfect. Thank you.
Stop. You're not letting anyone
Okay.
out. Move. Now you move. Guys, stop.
And Peter, just checking in before I begin processing the turn. Anything you want to tell me?
I imagine if I do get to the hussars in this 5-minute increment,
You will.
I'll just want to tell them that essentially, if anything decides to cross between these two hills, they're to charge them. And if they happen to die in that process, I will pay a year's salary to their wives or mothers.
Yeah. Let's get there first.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So,
All right.
okay. Yeah,
Cheers,
let's get
Marshall.
there because there's more to see. Okay, you
Ooh.
got it.
Cheers.
Man, your salary sounds like a lot of money, though. I could kind of use that money.
What would that be?
And if I die, I don't have to pay any more bills, so it's like free money.
No. It's free money. For a dead man.
What's the catch? All right.
Yeah, maybe even death wasn't such a bad thing at this time in this period.
All right. Thanks, Peter. We'll
Yeah.
be back.
Okay.
All right. Dave should be here momentarily. Let's check the YouTube. No new comments, but that's great. And okay, let me go down to Death. He has a quick question for me. Hey, what do you got? What do you got?
I see a 5th unit on the top of my screenshot. I believe that is intentional.
Usually, let me see. A 5th unit. Oh, that's your supply train. Yeah, maybe that wasn't. Yeah, you have 4 supply train blocks behind you.
That's good to know. I wasn't aware of that, and that didn't show in any of the previous screenshots. I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they've been following you the whole time. That's your supply train.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
You got it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what happens. We'll wait for. I guess I could draw what the orders will be. Scout should see that and then should begin a return. Okay. Let's see here. These guys he'll go here, they'll go here, and he'll form a line here. Alright, that's what they're going to do. So we'll wait for Dave and then we'll process the turn. And then we'll move the couriers. So many couriers, so much mail. I've kind of got to like, well, I need to limit them to 2 because they're sending messages for, you know, I'm passing through this village. Well, of course you are. That was the plan. You're supposed to. Otherwise, it's a very interesting battle, actually. It's going to be real interesting. It's going to be sharp and bloody on top of these hills. Red's got there first. But the red force in the north, I don't know if it's adequate. I don't know. We'll see. We've got artillery involved. We got cavalry involved. It's going to be quite the meat grinder here. Should be really interesting. Dave, you're here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it, man. Okay. Hey, that 12-pounder's fired a couple times, hasn't it?
Yeah, it fired down here, and now it's at the top of the hill. It got to the top of the hill last turn. I've just unlimbered them.
Okay.
So
I would reduce their ammo by a couple, but the thing is, it only goes up to 3. So the first shots, they would be at 2 ammo.
okay.
And then they have artillery supply wagons. It's here at the tail end. It's right here. And then that will resupply him like once or twice, at least once.
Okay.
So in other words, he'll be able to fire about 8 times before the ammunition is expended. So, and I don't know if that's too conservative, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let's start here with the Hussars in the south. I've got the scout saying, hey, maybe we could go around this way, and then beginning to ride back. Okay, but not quite arriving. So the Hussars continue to hold. Okay, it looks like you have your infantry continue to back up while the dragoons continue to threaten but remain out of range.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll do that. That's about right. I've got Peter arriving at the Hussars.
Just in time to see the 4th Brigade push against them and fire.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they didn't want to be seen backing up as their commander-in-chief approached. Okay,
I guess
I've
not.
got... Let me check Simeon's deployment. His orders are now to swing these brigades south like this and to deploy here and here. So they will begin to unlimber. But I'm not going to fire them yet. They'll fire on the next turn for sure, and they're 12-pounders.
Oh, they're 12s? Oof.
Yep, they're going to be firing up that hill, I imagine, unless he starts redirecting and all that. We'll see what he does. But look at this, we do have infantry on the flank of that red. That red moved up to fire on those Hussars. And I think that could happen in that time frame. So we have some proper combat coming.
Sure. Shall we continue moving stuff? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Death moves. His infantry comes up. Infantry continues to come up. Supply train comes up. Okay. And there we go. And they'll be forming up on the next turn. I don't think they'll make it to that position they indicated, but they'll be forming up. So obviously here is the battle. Here is the fight, folks. Oh boy. Okay.
And we've got these guys coming up.
So we have... Take a look here. 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of... These supply wagons, it's almost like they're a frontline unit in this game.
Okay, so I'm going to say the infantry is going to fire on the Hussars. The Hussars, however, are not attacking them. Therefore, there will be no negative effects on the infantry. Basically, they get a free round on the Hussars. Because they have light infantry, it's a +1 to the die roll. So it's not a bad shape for... It's not bad for the infantry. Let's roll it. And... Alright. And it's a 7. And 8. Okay. Well, that's infantry already destroyed, but that seems a little much. But we're going to rout them. Okay, and this other formation will fall back on Peter. But this one here is going to rout. Wow, okay, this is... I'm going to need a... I'm going to need a different die for this. This is not working the way I would expect. Copy. Okay. Yeah, it's just too much to do that on the Hussars. Like, yeah, I get it. They came up and fired a volley into them, but destroying them, that's too radical of a result, I feel. But let's see. Okay, so they do take a hit. They're routed. You won't be able to use them for a minute. Okay. That courier will arrive to Simeon. Peter. Okay, oh, we have to do this. Okay, so now this infantry fires on this one in the flank. Now, this is elite versus elite. They're equal combat value. Okay. However, while they're equal combat value, blue infantry has high ground advantage and they're firing into the flank. So I am inclined to reward blue with a +2 die roll modifier. What's your opinion on that, Dave?
Go for it.
Okay, so it's the even money die because the forces are evenly rated. Okay, however, okay, and blue is going to be the superior force for the purposes of the die roll. And now we're going to roll it. Okay, and inferior routed. Okay, so they're routed. They're like, yeah, okay.
So they'll probably come back here.
Yeah, so they come back 800 paces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of the blocks is reduced in strength. We'll reduce this one here. So I think it goes like that. Okay, so that's the exchange block. And of course we put the routed tokens on it. Copy. And there we go. Okay. Alright, so it'll be a while for them to recover. Okay, so that's done. Man, they
12,000.
both clobbered each other. How many squares is it?
1, 2, 2 and a bit.
Alright, let's go ahead and roll it. It's unopposed. Or wait, what are they firing on?
They were firing on the infantry, actually.
Okay, very well. Alright, so it's unopposed. It's the black die. Now at range, at a long range like that.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, that's 2. That's 5. D retreats. Okay. Alright, so they will retreat in turn, which means they'll back up 400 paces. They will take 1 disruption but no loss. Okay, man, that was just a bloody fight. So basically, everybody came within range of each other. They shot at each other, and then they all just kind of pulled back and said, nope, that's enough of that. With the artillery on top of the hill being the big winner. Alright. Wow. Okay, and down here, it's just movement. Okay, move couriers. Courier to Peter. Courier to death. Courier to death. Courier to Peter. Courier to death. Courier to Simeon. Courier to Peter. Okay. They're all going to get this outdated mail from each other. That's how they'll learn. Okay, I'm happy with everything. What do you think? Do you want to go ahead and give reports?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Man, that was an intense round robin there.
We're at
Yeah.
940, right?
Yep. Yes,
Yep.
9:40. Let me move the time. And to answer a question on the YouTube, what historical region? It's around Metz. This is the Metz map. It's technically from the 1870s, but we're playing it during the Napoleonic era. So we're using the railroads as roads. But otherwise, that's the map we're doing. Yep. So here we go. Okay. Okay, let's.
Yeah, I accidentally went to the gold trooper. No. Well, yes. Yeah, he shot through a wall.
940. And then here. Okay, now give verbals. Peter.
Wait, Carter, I can do
Yes, Marshal.
Okay, this was a very complicated round of combat. You rode up to
Oh,
your hussars in that position, right? As you did so, they were reluctant to. They had been backing up from infantry. They were reluctant to back up with you approaching,
okay.
and the infantry got a pretty harsh volley or two on them. The 4th Hussars were routed. They took some casualties. They fell back out of range. They'll begin to recover. It will take a while. 3rd Hussar managed to get away pretty much unscathed. You are now with the 3rd Hussars and you're in a safe position. However,
Yeah.
while you were forward, you were also able to watch the rest of the battle unfold. The
Mhm.
men of Simeon's 3rd Battalion fired into the flank of those troops that were attacking your hussars. The red troops crumpled under the fire and retreated. Then artillery fire from a place you cannot see fired on Simeon's troops and they fell back to evade the artillery. So that's kind of the situation. So basically, everybody went in there and you all traded smacks.
Okay.
And that red infantry got routed just like your hussar did. So in the
Yeah.
end, I think you got the better of the deal. But yeah, you have Simeon to thank for outflanking and smashing, just absolutely hammering that red infantry. So
Very good.
there you have
Okay,
it.
but they hold some blaze at the moment. No, that's fine. I'll give you some orders in due course.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. Thanks. As much time as you need, up to 2 minutes even.
Okay.
Okay.
Oof.
Simeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did my infantry got hit by?
Okay, let me unfold the battle for you. Okay, so the red infantry attacked the hussars to your south, routed one of the hussar units, the other one just fell back, and you see Peter is present with them. Your infantry fired on the flank of the red infantry and routed them completely. You inflicted substantial losses on the red infantry. Then artillery from the hill to your south opened up on your infantry, and your infantry fell back to avoid just getting wasted by the artillery.
Yeah.
So your infantry have not suffered substantial losses, just a few losses. They are disrupted, but they will reorganize and they will be just fine in a few minutes.
So it was just as I planned.
Good. You did excellent flanking those red troops. It's a point for you, by the way, Simeon. It was a brilliant move, and red got their hands smashed doing it. So very good. Okay, prepare any further orders. Your artillery will open up on this turn now. Your 12-pound guns are now unlimbered and deployed. They're ready to begin firing. So if you have a target for them, let me know what that target will be.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Good work. Thank you. Okay. You are approaching. Your troops are coming up. They're going to form into line right away. The enemy is also forming to your front, so it looks like there's going to be a fight right in front of Lazares. Okay?
Ah, gotcha. Hey,
While
sorry.
this is happening, you begin to hear the sounds of battle coming from the other side of St. Blaise. So clearly
Gotcha.
there's fighting on the other side of the hill. A lot of
Gotcha.
artillery and musketry. So they're firing. They're fighting over there, okay?
Yep, exactly. Can I give my orders right now? Because it is generally just get into that position I indicated and attack. Press the attack, assault. I want them to die on that hill. I mean, the enemy, not my guys.
I was going to say that can be arranged. But
Nah,
yes.
preferably with the skirmish type of guys leading the attack.
Yes, they will. Yeah, all of that's handled automatically.
Beautiful. I guess that's it. Maybe I can position myself a bit to the northeast so that I can see the other side, if that is safe. If not, I would dish out words of encouragement and tell my men to be amazing.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, we can do something to that effect. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you got it.
But like, you would just spawn out fully trained. You won't have to take so much time.
Okay, Peter,
Yes.
what do you want to do, man?
I want to ride across to Simeon and just tell him to take it easy, not to overreact at this present moment in time. I won't give any other orders out to other troops, and my hussars can recover in this location. But I'll ride to Simeon.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you'll be arriving there directly then. You'll arrive there this turn, at the end of this turn.
Just one question. Do I believe his artillery can hit the forces up at blades from this position?
Yeah, they can fire 3 squares with
Okay.
results. So
All
3
right, no, that's
squares.
fine.
Okay.
Excellent. Cheers, Marshal.
Yep, no problem. Thank you. Okay, Simeon, do you have any orders?
Yeah, I have orders. So, is there a difference between the two artillery troops? No, not artillery. Infantry brigades there on the hill.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
Okay, I will shoot with my artillery. I will shoot at the southern one.
Okay.
The one on the hill my artillery is already facing.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make my elite infantry get them ready to intervene if any enemy infantry is trying to attack my artillery.
Okay.
So
Alrighty.
attacking just protecting the artillery.
Okay. Well, they're going to continue to recover from disruption, but yes, they'll be
Yep.
able to get there before the enemy will. You're in
Yep.
good shape. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I've got my
Marshal.
orders. Yep. Oh, I guess I have to start moving couriers. I'll do that. Courier to Peter. Let me deliver this. Control C. Deliver this courier. Let's get these couriers cleared out of here, right?
Oh God,
Okay.
yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah. Courier to death. Courier to Peter. Courier to death. Courier to Simeon. Courier to Peter. Death. All right, there we go. Okay, there's that. They're still sending them too. I just kind of quit because they're all like within. They're so close. They're gonna have the conference shortly. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's begin. In the south, Scout returns, says yes, we could ride around to the left. The Hussars begin the motion of riding around to the left, and they're gonna just go up and try to hit that supply train there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. We can remove the scout token. Okay. The dragoons are doing dragoon things. Basically, they're continuing to demonstrate, but they're not supposed to engage. They're just there to be a threat.
Because he's actually ordered the 5th back forward to fire upon the dragoons.
Well, they're going to stay out of range though this time. They're not, so
Sure.
he won't be able to fire on them. They'll just be backing up. He's just going to be pushing them.
Perfect. And then he's gonna
Come down
come
there
back
himself.
down here. Yeah, and just
Okay.
kind of see how things are doing.
Okay.
And then and then he wants one supply to come and sort themselves out with the 4th.
That's fine. Yeah, I just
Then-
recover them one step every turn that they don't move.
Yeah. And then he wants these guys to put themselves down on the other side of the crest of the hill so they don't get robbed by the hussars.
Well, all right. Okay, Peter is going to ride around to Simeon. Simeon, I'm going to go ahead and co-locate them. Okay, they're co-located. Disruption will begin to recover, so that'll come off. And Death is going to move this way to the ridge, where he will see
Right.
Peter and Simeon in a conference.
Okay.
Okay, and then his infantry is going to begin deploying in a double line fashion right here. They're going to deploy
Okay.
back here. He wants to push up that hill and attack. So, and we'll just start parking these guys up here more or less. All right, that's it. And the artillery is going to start firing on 1A and 1B here.
Sure.
Okay. So let me know when you're ready for me to roll that. Now he's going to be marching off. So
Yeah.
maybe we just get one of those. Maybe we roll against the 1A. Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to roll 1 against 1A, and then we'll reduce. Well, we can't reduce it because it only goes up to 3, but we'll note that is he's expended in ammo. Unopposed already die. It's the black one. Let's go ahead and roll it against 1A. Here we go. And it's a 4. Its defender falls back, so he's just going to fall back 400 paces. In fact, yeah, I would just. The only punishment I would do is they're not going to be in the right alignment or whatever. It's yeah. So that works, but then these guys, I would just say they kind of skedaddle or something like that. They're like there.
Yeah.
Big deal. It's not going to really affect anything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's that.
So this 12-pounder is going to shoot against these RT.
Counter battery fire.
Oh, yes. You have to have one game with at least a little bit of counter barrier.
Oh. These are 12-pound guns with the +1. What did he roll? What was the result?
He rolled a 5, I think.
All right, let me see what a 6 is. Let's check 5. 5 was no. 4. I think it was a 4. Fall back. It becomes a 5. He retreats. So he takes a disruption. That unit takes a disruption. I forgot. 12-pounders. He gets a little extra oomph. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So these 12-pounders are going to fire counter battery on one of these, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it. That's the blue die. Go ahead and give it a roll when you're ready.
Yeah. Oh, let me just come
It's the
down and
blue counter
pick up the
battery
blue.
die.
Yeah.
And
Nothing.
it's a miss. Okay. All
And
right.
then you got these two artillery pieces.
Okay.
So you got
Then what's this one going to fire? And he's going to fire on the other 12 pounder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
And then you've got this 6-pounder probably shooting against this infantry.
Okay.
Four.
Okay. So he's going to fall back. All right. So they will fall back behind this unit. Like that. Okay. And they can do that for free. So there's no penalty. They just reverse their position in line. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that would do a morale hit or something, but we're not really tracking that too closely here. Okay, couriers move. Peter. Def goes this way. Peter and Simeon this way. Def is that way. And he is that way. Okay. I just want these couriers to get there, and then I'm kind of done. All right, I'm ready to give reports. Did we miss these? No, we did this first. We're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready to give reports. It'll take them about 10 minutes, but they're going to hit. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Actually, don't like that. I want to give them a bigger screenshot here. Because that's what they would see. So Peter. And Simeon. And then Death will see. Like that. Okay. All right, gentlemen, you are co-located.
Hello, Marshall.
I imagine you've been speaking to each other.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. Let's go ahead and recover that. Let me see if there's any disruptions that need to be recovered. Simeon, your infantry is fully recovered. Peter
Yeah.
is present. There was some battery fire. So, Simeon, your artillery fired on the infantry, and you saw the cannons hit some of the men. You don't know what effect. The men quickly moved out of the way of that artillery fire. They went to where, on the other side of the hill, you can't see them. Meanwhile, their artillery opened up on you. He has counter battery on St. Blaise and counter battery coming from the southern hill. The shots missed. They did not hit anything at all really important or anything. Okay? To your immediate west, you see the headquarters flag of Death Strike. He is present right there on that ridge. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Does he look like he's coming towards us?
Yeah, he just rode up there and then paused.
Okay.
So he obviously moved to that location. All right. You hear artillery on the other side of St. Blaise, so it's apparent that he's probably engaged over the hill
Okie dokie.
to your west. Okay.
Thank you.
You got it. Good luck. I'll be back for any orders. Okay. Artillery fires from the hill on St. Blaise on your elite brigade. They fall back behind the 2nd Brigade to catch their breath, if you will. They do not suffer substantial losses, but they were a little spooked by it. But they're not disrupted. They're in good order, and your advance will begin imminently. You have
Good.
moved to the crest of the hill to the east of Lazare, and you see Simeon and Peter at the just east of the chateau to your east. So they're down there.
All right. Regarding their troops, do they look fresh? As in, did they? How do they seem?
You can see from the screenshots everything I can tell you.
Oh.
I mean, it's speculative, right? I can't tell you how the troops are doing.
I get that. Like, I don't know. Do I see smoke, for example, stuff like that? Like,
Yes,
do I
okay.
have any way to decipher?
So you don't really see smoke coming from. You see that there's a 12. That there's is that a 6 pound? A 6 pound.
We have two 12-pounders.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The red artillery has a 6 pound gun. That should be a +1 on counter battery, by the way. And he's firing at the 12 pounders. The 12 pounder at the southern hill is also firing. So basically, the enemy red is firing
Okay.
counter battery
Okay.
at blue, but you haven't seen that they've scored any hits.
Okay, I understand. I just wanted to know
Yeah.
the engagement, so to speak. All right. Well, of course, I would like to salute Simeon and Peter. Maybe move up to them if that is practicable and safe. And I would like my infantry to advance upon the position, but this time not to press the attack that hard. Just
Okay.
advance upon the position.
Okay. So the infantry will advance.
And attack Sand Blaze, but I don't want them to push hard at this point yet.
Okay. So basically, you want them to skirmish.
Yes, essentially.
Okay.
Bog the enemy down on the left side.
Okay. You have a double line formation. Do you want a single line formation, or do you want to remain in double line formation?
I honestly have no idea which would be better. I would like to have. Let's form up in a thin, one deep line and skirmish on the entire face of the enemy.
Okay. Perfect. All right. We'll do. Okay. And then you said you wanted to salute Peter and Simon, or what?
If they can see me, I would like to salute them, and if possible, I would like to move up to them also.
Okay. I'll move you to them. All right.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, what would you like to do? Death, by the way, is riding your direction. What would you like to do?
I'm preparing a screenshot right now,
Perfect.
so I
Okay.
will just send.
Okay.
I'm going to stay here for the next 5 minutes in the hope that Death Strike does get to us, and then we can make final plans on
Okay.
what we're going to do.
Alrighty. Let's see here. I love it. You guys as couriers are going to arrive after you've found each other on the battlefield and met up.
As it was meant to be. A lot of people on board at duty today.
Okay, good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I need to... There we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, from the south, you ready, Dave?
Uh-huh.
Okay, the Hussars will continue their move, but they're not going to move the full allowance. They've got to kind of... They're going uphill and all that. But yeah, here they come. The Dragoons continue to do Dragoon things. Peter and Simeon are going to hold. There's no new orders there. Death is going to ride over to them. I believe I have a meme for the occasion. Let me see if I do.
Ah, yes.
Nope, I don't have it. It's not here.
What, you haven't got the
that's too
table
bad.
one?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I don't have the one where they're all riding their chairs together, all the officers. Oh, what happened? I thought I did it. But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. I'll have to import it at some point. I'll have to look for the could go tile. And let's see here. Top image. Kriegspiel meme. No, that's not it. Where are my Kriegspiel memes? Here it is. And are they in here? It is not in here. That's too bad. Alright, no matter. Anyway, that's what's happened. So we'll close this out. I need to add that meme, don't I? Okay. What do you got, Peter? Or Dave? I'm sorry.
That's okay. You got the 5th Battalion doing 2 steps forward, 1 step back as they kind of usher back to their position here. And then I think the militia, what they're probably going to do is... Oh, no. I didn't want to select both of them. There we go. They're probably going to form column. And then they're going to start going up the hill. He's going to go back like that.
Okay.
And then we'll probably move the supplies a little bit that way. I mean, there's not really anywhere that they can go, but they're just trying to squeeze a little bit of distance between them and the cavalry.
Yeah, okay.
And that's it for down in the south.
All right. Now, where did it go? Huh. I think my meme fell through the table. Objects. We'll just do it right here. Tile. There we go. Browse local. There we go. Cloud and upload and import. There we have it. All right. This is what we do when they hang out with each other. We give them a picture here of all the officers together. Okay. Any firing? By the way, this is a 6-pound gun here, Dave.
Yep.
So if they fire counter battery, they get a +1.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I would say that the 12-pounders will fire counter battery here, both of them. Whatever. I mean, what else does he have to shoot at? I can ask him if he wants to do it, but I know he's just going to say yes. So we'll just assume it for him. The battery commander is going to do that. So we'll roll 2 counter battery fire on the 6-pounders. And then what is his 6-pounders going to shoot at?
They're going to do their counter battery as well.
Okay, perfect. These guys are going to come up like this. And they're going to engage. Now, this is going to be one big combat, and I'll show you. This is the beauty of the K22 system. We'll talk about that momentarily. Okay, nothing else is shooting. Nothing else. This is it. So let's do our counter battery rolls. I'll roll the 12-pounders real quick. So here's the first 12-pounder. Nothing. The second 12-pounder. And that is a hit. And then if you want to roll the 6-pounder and bump it up 1 to a 3, that's not going to do anything. All right,
No.
so we did get a hit. So what that means is in future rolls, it's a -1. It's a -1 to future rolls. Okay, all right, so he got a hit there. Okay, these units are going to go ahead and fight. They're going to go ahead and skirmish. They're going to move up just enough to do it. Okay, and so what's the combat value of all these? We have here, it's an elite, so 6, 12, 18, 24 with the +1 DRM. Here we have 10, 15, 20, I'm sorry, 19. 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, and 4. That's 19. The 6-pound guns give a +1 DRM. So the 6-pound guns firing and support will actually cancel with the skirmisher. So we can roll a straight die roll. Because these units have a higher combat value, they're going to be considered the superior force. Because yes, it will. You're thinking the high ground. That's going to modify the die roll in their direction. And the only question is, do we modify it 1 or do we modify it 2 because of this cut? See that cut there?
Just do 1.
Okay. Because this unit has a greater combat value than 2 or larger combat value comparatively speaking, they roll the advantage die. So blue is the superior force. They're going to roll the orange die, and we're going to apply the result. Okay? So instead of rolling 8 or 6 or 8 or 10 dice here, we just roll 1 and apply the result. And it's an 8.
Oh no, those poor buggers.
Okay, so these guys are going to crumple under the fire from the guard infantry. I mean, it's elite infantry. They are going to crumple, but we modify it by 1, so it actually goes to a 7. Okay, remember the high ground? They have the ground, so it modifies to a 7. So what they're going to do is they're going to retreat. That means they're going to fall back 400 yards, or it's 400. 400 paces, I mean. They're going to fall back somewhere 400 paces. Now, you can modify that as an umpire. You can modify it, so they're probably going to move up to St. Blaise and huddle, whatever. But basically, they're going to fall back. They're all going to take a disruption. He's going to take a second disruption. So he's going to go to breaking. They all take a disruption, though. Okay?
Yeah. Okay,
and
then. So what
the artillery will just limber up and fall back. And that's enough punishment for the artillery.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll make them go back here. Oop. And as you say, it is a bit of a huddle. So they'll just have to fall back to this line. As you say.
Yep.
Nimbus.
All right. Okay, and now let's see here. Messages to Peter.
Now, do you think that they have time to limber and start to run, or?
Yeah, we just give it to them because they're highly motivated. They're highly motivated.
Sure.
It takes them a whole turn. Ooh. Oh, I blew it. I screwed up that dispatch. All right, well, that's okay. It's not like they don't know. Oh, you know what? It's this one. Control-C to Simeon and Peter. Okay. It's the same dispatch. Oh, that's lucky. And then Simeon gets this dispatch here. Okay, there we go. And let's go to death and deliver this dispatch if it hasn't arrived already. Vacation, Hanosa. Sometime, and we'll do that. Okay.
Now, did we do this 12-pounder?
I'm going to eliminate the last. I'm not going to deliver any more mail. They're all cluttered around each other. Did we what?
Did we do this 12-pounder?
You want to roll and counter battery? Roll it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Roll that bad boy. Oh! Okay, so who's
that changes things.
Who's he smacking?
I'll just do the closest one. Why not?
Okay, let's copy this. And okay, we're going to move him. Oh, he needs to go back to limber state. Flip him over. Oops. Oops. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I am messing up. Okay, let's flip. Limber. Flip again. Move him back here. And put a hit marker on him. All right, that's great. And we're going to also put routed on him. And we're going to pull one of these out. Put these two markers on it to indicate the consequences of getting smashed. All right, there we have it. Okay, I'm ready for reports. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's give them the news. Oh, these guys will probably go ahead and move up again a little. All right. Let's do it. Oh, and he's going to recover a bit. All right. Huh, I just have to give them all one screenshot. All right. And there we go. All right. Check the YouTube real quick while I'm here. They're battalions. The individual infantry blocks are half battalions. The cavalry are squadrons. All right, and as predicted, folks, blue did smash, but they're only attacking from one direction. So even though they had a good fight, and these are elite troops, which is why they got all of that credit. But you notice there's no pressure coming in from the other side, and that's questionable. All right, I've got to go talk to these guys. All right, gentlemen.
Good day, Marshal.
Good day, everyone. All right, so let's see. What can I tell you? Counter battery fire. 12-pound guns fired on the 6-pound guns on the hitlet St. Blaise scored at least one hit. Meanwhile, the 6-pound guns and the 12-pound guns counter battery fired also on the 12-pound guns, and they routed one of those units. They hit one of the caissons or whatever, blew it up. The men panicked, and they got the heck out of there. Okay. Otherwise, you hear tremendous sound of fighting on the other side of St. Blaise. You don't know what the result is, but there does appear to be confusion on top of the hill. But that could just be anything. There's also a lot of smoke and obscurity. So you really don't know what's going on. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
And
so...
What's with my infantry? Were they still recovering?
Your infantry are well recovered. They're ready for new orders.
Yeah, but I gave them, in the screenshot, I gave them the order to advance, and they just stayed there.
Oh, okay. I see that now. Okay, well, let's go ahead. We'll move them up.
Oh, okay.
We'll move them
Thanks,
up.
Marshall.
They will advance. I was wondering what the heck, but I missed the screenshot. That happens too. Maybe the order got delayed for some reason. This happens. It's a Kriegspiel moment. All right, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Regarding me,
Yeah,
because I'll be over with this quickly. I just want to move back to my boys as I've written in the chat log, and to encourage the attack. Make sure that they press it with all their might, and that we shall prevail.
Okay, so you're no longer going to skirmish. You're going to assault.
Yes, I want my infantry to assault that position.
Okay, so will you go in melee? Will they go in with the bayonet?
Well, if look, I will personally lead the attack, so I guess if it is practicable, yes, push them. If not, when just like do the
Okay,
shooty.
something to understand. If you enter melee combat, all units on both sides that are involved will they'll exchange, they'll take a step loss.
All right, okay, I
So
get that.
you can do
Okay,
that. It's
let's
good
not
to
push
do
that
when.
until we want to.
Sorry, Marshall, I've got to interject. I'm going to move to my hussars.
Okay. All right, we'll move you to your hussars. Okay.
Right.
And
Good luck, guys. Back
Simeon, you're
shortly.
going to do your attack. Okay, so these are your orders, right? Do I have orders from everyone?
I believe so. Yes, I would like to go back, lead the attack, and push them off the hill. Do not go into melee yet. That seems like very nasty.
It
And
is, but
together,
it's useful if you have reinforcements, if you have a lot of troops, and you're going to break their line in two. So,
uh, I will order my infantry to keep attacking.
Mhm.
Yep. And
okay.
attack the enemies. Attack the enemy artillery on Saint Blaise from the north over how is the name of this chateau, and I will keep firing with my artillery
Okay.
at the enemy artillery.
Okay.
Well then, may God help you, Simeon. I'm going back to my troops, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Good luck, Simeon. Good luck, Peter.
Thank you.
All right. So there we have it. Oh, and I have to make sure those hussars are going to move.
And I'm back.
Okay, Dave. All right. I applied disruption markers. Those units are supposed to
I
have.
saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
totally forgot to do that myself. But I did tell him. I said, yeah, your guys are a little bit shaken.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. All right. In the south, the hussars. This is at the extreme edge of their movement. So I'm going to just kind of put them here. And then on the next turn, they're going to smash that supply. And it's just going to be an auto win. They're probably going to nail those wagons.
Yeah. So this turn, this militia finds themselves on the other side of those supplies.
Okay. And
So,
what does he want to deploy them or?
um, I mean, I think they'd probably see the hussars coming through. So, I mean,
They do.
I mean,
They'd form in some capacity. They'd do something.
yeah. I mean, maybe you put them amongst some of the supply wagons, and then just kind of give them like a -2 or something, maybe.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're an umpire. If you think that's a reasonable thing to do, I have no
Yeah,
objection.
they'd see themselves coming through. Yeah, so they obviously wouldn't be crazy effective, but yeah, give them like a -2 amongst the wagons.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Okay. Zimian wants to teleport his infantry to the other side. No. No, they can't do that.
Do you think these guys would be back to white by now?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I upped them last turn. So, there we go. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Then Death goes back to his men. His men will advance. Okay, they're going to run into that little cut there and have trouble. So we're going to go ahead and start moving them around that cut. And guide them around it, and that's as far as they're going to go. We'll have to decide how they're going to do what they're going to do. Okay. Nothing here yet. We'll resolve this on the next turn, though. We're not going to let anyone give any orders here. No orders for this. This is just, that's
Sure.
on an inertia right there. Right here, here's one combat at least. These two.
Mm-hmm.
This might be like they would be firing on these guys, shooting. I would say he's involved in the combat as well. Like this. So if I were to group the combat, it would be these two versus these three. What do you think?
That makes sense.
Okay. All right, then let's go ahead and begin the calculus. So this is 5, 10, 15. Where is the other unit? Oh, he's right here. He's broken up. 5,
Yeah,
10, 15 on the high
I didn't
ground
put them back in the line. I didn't.
against 6, 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes these guys on the hill superior. 15 to 12, they have a better than 2 advantage, so they're going to get the superior dice with a +1. But they're disrupted, which is a -1. So basically, these guys up here are going to roll the orange die, and it's a straight roll when it's all said and done.
Okay.
Okay, and then here it'll be a different story. Here's going to be ugly. But here it'll be a different story. So do you want to go ahead and roll it for your guys?
Oh.
Ooh.
Dear.
They retreat. Dave. Dave.
Whoops.
Oops. Okay, so they're going to fall back another 400 yards and probably take another level of disruption. So, yep, there we go. Yeah. So just 400, just one square. But they're in very bad shape. Okay, here I have, these guys hitting this. I'm just going to roll this here. And because they can't shoot back, there'll be no negative consequences should they roll a negative consequence. I'll probably even give them a +1. 1.
Nope. To a 2.
Superior falls back, but there's no consequence. So
Yeah.
that's fine. So they'll be shooting, but for whatever reason, the shots aren't landing. They're not shaking them. 6-pounders and, well, 2 6-pounders are going to fire on what? What are these?
Well, I think these guys are just limbering up now. They're not firing because they ran from over here.
Oh, that's right. What about these guys?
Yeah, they'll do counter battery. Or actually, no, no, they'll do some counter battery while the 12-pounders. Although I was going to ask a question about the 12-pounders. Do you think they're running out of ammunition by now?
How many times have they fired?
Well, these red ones are probably on their, what, 4th shot by now?
I don't think they're out of ammo, but I would reduce the supply wagon at this point. We just take one of the supply wagon blocks away. Take it away from there and there. There we go. All done. They're fully stocked. Okay. He fires on him. Counter battery. I'll roll it.
Yeah.
And it's a miss. Okay, it's a 4.
And
Even if we were to give a +1, it would still be a miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 12-pounders will fire on the infantry.
Okay, 12-pounders. So that's the black one.
Let's do it.
Go ahead.
4 plus 2 or 5.
Okay.
There you go.
Defender retreats. Okay. Alright, we'll apply a disruption to him. Copy. And there we go. Okay. Defender retreats. Okay, and these 12-pound guns, did they fire? I don't think they fired. We'll probably
No.
do counter battery
No.
on the 6-pounders it's firing on them. But there's no bonus to it. Oh, they got another hit. Alright. So at this point, the red position is beginning to crumple. And now red is red going to stay in it? Okay, so. Alright. I don't even know if we give them orders.
He's
Shoot,
probably
Dave.
gonna
Shoot, Dave. I
come
think
back.
I think this is where we call it. We might run one more turn of combat.
Yeah, there's one more turn, and I think Crusaders infantry has got nothing left in them because they're breaking. So
Yeah.
they'll probably want to come back to this hill here. I mean, yeah, these guys push and maybe capture the artillery.
Yeah.
Over
Well,
here.
one way to do this is to bring them all into the same room. I live stream the screen so they can see the combat resolution, and we'll just do
Sure.
it like that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's pull them up. Gentlemen, just come on up to
What is going on?
come on up to the lobby, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, just come on
Come
up
to the
to
lobby.
the lobby. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
I'm going to be AFK 5 minutes though, but carry on.
Okay. All right. We're gonna let everyone see the final round of combat here. This is obviously blue is on its way to a victory, despite red having more infantry. We'll begin in the south with the Hussars striking this unit, destroying these 3 supply. This was Peter's grand plan. It finally came to fruition. The Hussars had a hard time picking their way around this hill with all of this terrain. Nonetheless, the Hussars did find a way around, and they executed their mission, so they'll be tearing up the supply. The militia, not in square, are here, so I would roll a cav versus infantry die, and I would probably give the cavalry a +2 on that. So this is it's cav v cav. I think it's the yellow die, isn't it? Okay. And those supplies, of course, are done. So let's roll this. And it's a +2. 5, 6, 7. Infantry already destroyed. Which means one of these blocks is wiped out. The other block will be routed. Okay? However, they will not take a step loss. We'll just put them in retreat. These blocks also eliminated. Okay? The Hussars, having done their work, will fall back. Okay? They're going to withdraw. They're not going to stay in there, keep going. They're exhausted, frankly. They've done just about all they can do. Alright? Here, up here, this infantry is going to smash in here. They're just going to capture these guns. There's no roll to be made or anything. We could roll an artillery duel here. I don't think it would be too... I mean, we can roll it for fun. So let's roll the 6-pound guns against the 12-pound guns. Disruption would be a -1 to the die roll, but because they're 6-pounders, they get a +1, so it cancels. So it's a straight die roll. So let's roll the 6-pound guns against the 12-pounders. And it's a 4, it's a miss. 12-pounders against a 6, it's a 5, it's also a miss. Okay. These units here would come up here, they would get to the supply wagons, they hit broken infantry. in probably a general rout would ensue. So we have elite infantry here, and that's made all of the difference. Since the elite infantry gave Death Strike just enough power, if you will, combat power, to overwhelm these defenses despite being outnumbered, despite being on the low ground. The light infantry and the effect of the elite infantry, you can think Napoleon's Guard against regular line troops. And they happen to win. This could have gone very badly, however, for Death Strike had the die roll come out differently, but it went really well for him. It paid off. Everybody on all the teams made good choices, I feel. There's nothing that was too crazy deficient, in my opinion. I felt, and I umpired blue, so I would say there was a lot of dispatch writing, and the dispatches had to go a long way around, so they were arriving after you guys had even met up with each other. At the end here, I just deleted them. There was no point. You were already in conference with each other. And most of them were, hey, most of them were like, go ahead, Peter.
No, sorry. Is it my time to talk, or I'm happy to
No,
wait?
I thought you wanted to say something. I'm sorry. Anyway, the dispatches were a little trivial, and I think what we're going to have to do is put everybody on a dispatch diet. You can't have so many dispatches. You're probably only going to limit you to 2 riders, and the rider goes out and the rider comes back. So you're going to have to be real judicious about when you send a dispatch. Okay, so that's probably going to happen in the future. That being said, I understand why you felt the need to communicate and that the communications were important. I get that. Okay, that's it. It's a dead horse. Let's. I felt that Peter did really, really well with his hussars. I think he let his dragoons get shot up a bit much, but by holding them there, he drew off Portal's forces so they were not able to reinforce in the north. Had Portal's forces gone north, I think the battle for St. Blaise would have been much different. So in that respect, I think Peter's choice to employ the dragoons in the south as a distraction and to send the hussars around on a wide flank march proved to be the correct choice for blue. Simeon got a point out of me because he did an excellent job outflanking red infantry and crushing them when they presented their flank to him. They were trying to go after the hussars. They actually scored a solid hit against the 4th Hussar Squadron. However, they did not survive getting outflanked. They lost, basically it was a Pyrrhic victory against the Hussars. Then they lost a strength point here and were forced to retreat. They were in recovery and we're at the point now, this point in the game they would be recovered as of this next turn and available for orders to operate freely. They would be needed, of course, to stem the steamroller that is Death Strike coming in the north. And while Death Strike did a good job, I hate to subtract from his victory, but I will say that luck made a big difference here, as it does in the real world. I think luck was definitely a factor. I did not expect him to be as successful as he ended up being. But it is better to be lucky than good, as we say, and this is not to imply that he did poorly. He actually did great. But he was at a disadvantage. He was outnumbered and going uphill, but his elite troops and his light infantry carried the day. So, good job. That's what I have to say. Dave can speak to Red and to the situation in general, what his opinions were. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I thought the Red players did very well, and as you say, had the dice swung the other way, we would have been looking at something completely different, and Red probably would have held St. Blaise there. The only one criticism I had was changing orders every 5 minutes. Yeah, there was some stuff down in the south where it was like, okay, push forward, oh, go into the woods, go into that, and it was kind of like, you know, the way Paul was at the time when he was ordering that, he couldn't see those troops, so it would have took a turn for those orders to arrive, and you kind of have to maybe factor in that a little bit more of how long the orders might take to get there. And it was a little bit of a tango down at the south of going forward and backwards, forwards and backwards. But you did check those dragoons, which was great. Yeah, there was no overall mistakes. The 12 pounders at the top of the hill were perfectly placed,
Oh yeah,
and
that
they
was
did.
brilliant. It's a point for
Yeah,
Portal.
yeah, definitely. And they did check Simeon's advance. But yeah, it was just unlucky for you guys at the end of the day, I think.
Yeah, I need to tell Simeon his infantry did advance on the last turn, but they were repulsed. They fell back because of the artillery fire they were receiving. So that's why they're in this position. I know you wanted to shift them north, but that order came after they had already stepped off. But all's well that ends well. No harm. Okay, then let's talk to everyone. Peter, commentary, please.
Yeah, so objective was to take some blaze, and it was myself, Death Strike, and Simeon. We had an assumption that perhaps we would get to some blaze first. So to that end, I ordered Simeon to be the guys to ultimately keep that ground, and for Death Strike to be a more mobile flank force. But obviously, as it turned out, the Reds got to the hills first, but it didn't necessarily change the general order. Just Simeon just defended the ground below St. Blaise, and then Death Strike came in on the flank and did what he did there. My force was primarily scouting and a delaying force, so the Dragoons did perfectly in that matter. They tied up a whole division of infantry there, or most of Portal's division there for a long time. So they were perfect, and the Hussars were just running around trying to find points of opportunity. So yeah, I think it went as well as we could have expected under the circumstances. So yeah, well done to my generals, and and a good game from the opponent generals as well.
Good job. I will tell everyone that I've live streamed this game. It'll be live on our YouTube, so all of you players can watch it from our perspective and see how everything unfolded throughout the game if you watch the recording. Let's go to Crusader, and I want to open by telling Crusader, bro, you did not lose. You may feel like you lost. You did not lose from a Kriegspiel perspective, even though you were unable to hold the ground. You did everything correctly. You positioned your troops correctly, and the only reason you lost the ground was more due to sheer dumb luck than it was to any kind of a military failure on your part. So I actually want to compliment you for how well you did. I'm sorry that your units got hit repeatedly, but I think from a tactical standpoint, you actually did great. You did just fine. You exhibited the behavior that anybody would want to see. So, that being said, Crusader, go ahead, please.
Yeah, well, thank you. So I have to say that I'm very disappointed in my battalion commanders. They always took the wrong turns at every single junction.
I corrected that.
Yeah, down to the last junction, even the last junction, they took the wrong turn, and then they failed to keep their men in line.
Uh, all right. Well, I think you did all right though yourself, Crusader. So don't feel bad.
Thank you.
All right. Portal. What's the scoop, man? What do you want to say?
I thought it was a very interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I It's hard. Crusader and I were talking at the beginning if one of us should go cavalry. They were really struggling with the decision, but I think now if I had done it again, I think I would have gone cavalry. Just because my troops kept getting held up in the south with those dragoons and hussars. I felt like I couldn't really do a whole lot from there. They were very annoying. And every time I tried to get in combat, they'd run away.
Yep, that was
good
Peter's.
for Peter.
Yeah, that was Peter's strategy.
Yeah.
I personally, I think you did right to go infantry. I absolutely see where you're coming from, though. And yeah, I don't know. I wonder. I think you outnumbered blue in terms of infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 to 10 blocks. Yeah, but that cavalry, I think, being such a mobile and dangerous force, riding around was a problem. Oh, and you lost a block over here to the militia, didn't you? You lost the militia block to the hussars. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. You really needed a third commander to run our cavalry for you. If you had a cavalry commander today, and then the two of you took infantry, you easily would have won this battle. So, but you didn't have that. You had to make do with what you had, and it was just not enough. Man. Okay. Let's see here. Zimian, what do you think?
Yeah. In the beginning, I just walked up, and then I got the message that the cavalry is trying to hold them up, and I just advanced through to St. Blaise, and then I stopped there, got in line pretty early, as soon as I saw the enemy. I set up my artillery and sent my elite infantries down south because I saw that there were blocked up in 2 blocks of infantry in square and 2 going west. And I sent them down there actually to attack them together with the hussars, but it turned out that the hussars were on the run from the infantry, and I saved them. And
yes, you did.
After that, I kept shooting with the artillery, and it went pretty well. I didn't really commit in there because I knew it wouldn't go good. So I just stayed there with my guns.
Yeah.
And tried to away at the enemy.
Yeah, I think you did fine. Yeah, it's great. Okay, and Death Strike, what's your take on it?
Well, first of all, regarding the luck thing, if it's beginner's luck, I'm glad to take it, and I'm really happy that this happened the way it happened. Regarding the team, first of all, I wanted to go into this game with an experienced player on this team, and it really paid off because Peter had a simple idea, a simple plan, easy to remember, well implemented, and we could do this without proper communication. Even though dispatches were going around, they were going around because I was blind, basically. The first message, the first courier that reached me was with a message written at 9:05. I was blind and I had no idea what the other guys are doing. But thanks to a very simple and brilliant plan that was well executed once again, we had no problem taking St. Blaise, no significant problem. Peter did an amazing job bogging the infantry down, and all my salutations and compliments, sir. Aside from that, it was nice to finally meet up with the boys at the end of the game, and we had like a tiny chit chat with the memery. You were doing there, Marshall.
Yeah.
As a first game, Crusader, yes, I do compliment you. I had no idea infantry could move that fast. I have no idea where you started. I'm really interested in that because the moment I saw the end of the column to the west at the bottom of the hill, I got really scared because I was like, I have no idea how to take this. You guys will be up on a hill, possibly fortified, sitting on your asses, and my orders are to take that position.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
as Marsha said, it might be beginner's luck, but hey, we did that.
yeah, you came out of the town and you saw just the last few wagons of the train going up the hill ahead of you.
Yeah, and had I stayed with my infantry, I wouldn't have seen that actually.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty okay with myself regarding that decision.
Yeah, yeah. I think I think you would have seen once you started to go up the hill, you would have seen they were already up there. But yeah, I get that. And fog of war really messes with the person's mind. That's what makes Kriegspiel so different than any other war game that you could play, because what you see and what you know is quite limited. You don't even know where your teammates are, and that's different from a war game where you can just look at a map on a table and you see all the enemy's pieces. Even if you don't know the value of those pieces, you know he has units there. And in Kriegspiel, you don't even get that. And so it really changes the way you play. And I enjoy that. I think it's more realistic and it's more thrilling and engaging. And it's great. And this was a really good game. So I'm very pleased with the game. Um, I'm pleased with how the system seems to be working. If any of you folks have any commentary on the system, or if you don't know anything about the system, feel free to watch the live stream that's been recorded. And I welcome critiques and commentary on the dice and how the system works, how we resolve the combats. So there you have it. Okay, I'm good to go. Any last questions or comments?
Thank you for hosting, I guess.
You got it.
And I really liked that you could build your own army.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that too. Yeah, players have mixed feelings about that, but I like it because it allows you to play the way you want to play, and it ensures that no two units are the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really.
Actually, question regarding that.
Mhm.
Sorry to interject. About the points, because we had 25, 35, and 25. What did you guys have? Crusader and Portal.
We had 40 and 30.
Yeah.
That
So,
checks out.
what are those totals? 25, 35, and what? 40? Was it? What were they again?
We had a total of 85, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And what was on the other
Uh,
side?
we had 70.
70. Okay.
Yeah.
So blue had 70 or red had 70?
Blue had 85 and red had 70.
Yep. Okay. Wow. That's interesting. That's not that much of a difference, but it is a difference. Yeah. And I think having three commanders instead of two made a difference. But with red having interior lines, I think it should have evened out. So I think it was a good scenario, even though it was just this very simple scenario. I think it worked, and the point allocations worked. And again, if red had another commander and more points, I think I was going to give him 30 points, which would have reversed this. I think red would have won. But, interesting. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching and being here. And tomorrow we run the Christmas Coup game, which is a big deal for myself and a lot of other people who've been doing the red versus blue campaign. That'll be at 8 o'clock. I encourage you guys to all show up, maybe help umpire. There might be a slot or two open that you can play in. And if not, at least come and watch the game and cheer us on and have a good time. So everyone, I also want to thank everyone on the YouTube, the live stream, and I want to say thank you everyone, and we will see you on the next adventure. Bye for now.